pussy ass bastard!
No Tingus Pingus? No problem, apparently. The Boston Celtics are now up 3-0 to the Dallas Mavericks, and it's safe to say that this series is over. No team in NBA history has ever come back from down 3-0 in the playoffs. Do I think it's possible for the Mavericks? Well, when you have the GOAT Luka Doncic on your team? Hell yeah. But if it hasn't happened yet, I highly doubt that it will happen now. Going into this game, I was unsure on how much the absence of Kristaps Porzingis would affect the Celtics. The Boston Celtics are an incredible defensive team and have been locking up Dallas this whole series. But Porzingis is a huge factor for their interior defense, bringing his size and shot blocking. So going in this game, I thought, man, Dallas needs to take advantage of this. And they did. You really felt the lack of his presence at the beginning of this game. The Mavs started out strong in the first quarter, scoring a majority of their points inside the paint. Not only that, but the Celtics were missing a lot of their threes to start off. The momentum really felt like it changed with the Mavs being at home. Also, Kyrie started off red hot and led the team in scoring, having an impressive 35-point game. They even went up double digits at one point, having their largest lead of the finals so far. This ultimately didn't matter though. Dallas ended up going down by as many as 21 points during a certain point of this game. So, how did the Mavericks lose, you may be asking? There's a few things. Though I've been critical of him, Jason Tatum came out hot at the beginning of this game. Though his three-point shooting has been iffy during the playoffs, Tatum hit 3 of his first 5 three-pointers. He did ultimately end up going 4 for 13, but he ended the game with 31 points, which is almost double what he's been averaging in the finals so far. Jaylen Brown also had himself a very good game, finishing with 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. The defensive presence this duo brings to the floor just adds on top of their dominance. And I'm really interested to see who wins Finals MVP. I personally think Brown should win it if Boston wins this Finals, but that's a topic for another video. Another reason Dallas lost is that they simply just don't have the firepower to compete with Boston. When I saw that Tim Hardaway Jr. was getting minutes, I knew this team was cooked. Like, Jason Kidd really saw that they were down 2-0 and was like, yeah, put Tim Hardaway in. The offense that the Mavericks have is just highlighting all the issues that come with a heliocentric style team. When you go all in with a duo like Luka and Kyrie, you become over-reliant on their production. When it's going good, it's great, and then when it isn't, well, you don't really have a chance of winning. And it's not even like they had bad games. Aside from Luka fouling out at the end of the game, these two were doing everything they could to compete. Luka and Kyrie had a combined 62 points this game, almost 2/3 of what the entire team scored. But again, it just isn't going to be enough to compete with this Boston team, especially with how their defense is too. The only position they're somewhat lacking in is their bigs with Porzingis out, which would be perfect for a team like Denver or Minnesota to exploit with the offensive production they have from their big men. But with players like Gafford and Maxi Kleber out on the floor, you can't really do that. There's a few other smaller things that I could go into with this game, but these are the main things I took away from watching. I'd really love to sit here and say Mavs in 7, but with how dominant the Celtics have been all season long, it just wouldn't make much sense. I actually thought this was a good game for the most part, but I had higher hopes that this series would be more competitive. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is how obnoxious Celtics fans are going to be after this finals, because man, a lot of people did not want to see them win, myself included. Even if the Mavs do end up getting swept though, it's Dallas in 7.